Today we are going to start a new project looking at different lines, and you'll notice there's lots of color, there's lots of different patterns, shapes on top, and at the end we're going to add some detail, some string on the sides. The first thing you're going to need, and the first thing that I want you to do is on your gray piece of paper, I want you to write your name on the back, anywhere on the back, just so that we can read it. When you're done, flip over your artwork. At your spot, you are going to get a bucket full of different strips of paper. Notice they're all about the same size, and also notice there's lots of different color. I want you to all choose your first color. I'm going to go ahead and choose green, but you could choose any other color. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a line. Now it's very tricky. We want to make sure that we draw a line that we can cut out. We don't want to draw a line that's really complicated. Now I am going to draw, I think I'm going to start with kind of a wavy line. It's simple, but it's a very cool line. Now, first graders, I don't want to see this, because that is going to be really hard to cut out. Yes, that's a great line, but that's going to be very hard to cut out. So we want to do bigger lines, bigger designs in the line. Now on the top, I think I'm going to do the same, something very similar on the top. You could also just decide, I think I want a flat bottom. That's okay too, but this looks like a really fun, unique line. Once you have drawn your line, you are going to cut it out. Now when you're cutting, you want to make sure you're moving the paper. Moving the paper. You don't want to try and move the scissors. If you try and move the scissors, just the scissors, it's going to be very difficult. So watch how I cut. Going nice and slow, taking my time. Notice how I'm moving the paper to make it easier. I'm going to put that scrap aside. Then I'm going to cut out the next side. Again, taking my time to cut out a nice line. Now I have a very cool looking line, very unique, and I'm going to set it somewhere pencil side down on my artwork. Then I can put these in the recycling bin. I'm ready for my second line. For this one, I'm going to grab purple, but you can grab another one. I think I'm going to do square. And you know what? I'm going to draw in Sharpie so that you can see it better on this purple. But I'm going to do square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle. Again, making sure it's not too complicated. Now this time, I think I just want a flat bottom on the other side, so I don't need to draw anything on the top. So I'm just going to cut. Notice how I'm turning the paper. I'm not just turning the scissors, but I'm turning the paper. That makes it much easier. Taking my time. And I have another very interesting line. I can maybe put that right next to the green. Notice how I put the Sharpie side, or the pencil side, facing down, so you can't see any of those lines. I will put these in the recycling. So I want you to cut out lots of different lines using all the different colors that you can. And you'll see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could have about 8, 9, or maybe even 10 stripes. Go. Once you have done all the stripes, you are going to glue. Now you are going to glue your artwork. When you open it, you're going to notice, hopefully, it's not up. So that means you're going to have to roll it up just a little bit, not a lot. We do not want to keep rolling and rolling it up, just a little bit. And I am going to glue, turn it over, and I'm going to glue the side that has pencil. And I want to make sure that I am using plenty of glue. Once I have lots of glue, I'm going to go ahead and glue it on. Notice, first graders, how my lines touch the top and touch the bottom.
Please come to the main office. Holly Shaw.
They touch the top and they touch the bottom. I don't have them going this way. I have them going the short way. Gluing it down, again it's touching one side and the other. You want to glue down all of your shapes just like this. Once you have glued all your shapes, or I should say all of your lines, you have lots of different lines and lots of different colors, and they're all glued, we are going to go and we are going to add some details on the top. On my finished artwork, you can see I've added some triangles, I've added a little line, a straight line, I've added some polka dots, I've added another little zigzag line, and I've added some circles and triangles here at the other end. So with those, at your table you're going to get a bunch of scraps of paper that we've used before, and with these you are going to cut out little shapes, or maybe even a little line. This looks like a good one. I could maybe cut a little more and put it right on top. So I might cut it so it's really thin. And that looks like a nice line. You can see the red underneath, but it adds some cool detail. Maybe for this green pattern here, it looks like I could do a cool oval. So with these, I might just try and cut the best that I can. An oval. And then maybe I'll cut another one. Doesn't have to be perfect. But with these scraps of paper, I want you to add really nice shapes, add details to your artwork to make it more colorful and more interesting. So I could maybe add zigzags here, I could maybe add lines here, maybe here I will add little triangles. So once you get your folder or your bucket of all this paper, I want you to take some time and make your artwork just a little bit more interesting. Go!